Today we're going to try some printmaking using potatoes and other supplies you might have lying around the house. First, we will need to gather our supplies. We will need some carving tools, potatoes, and some paint. If you don't have paint, I recommend experimenting with other colorful sauces you might have in the fridge. Mustard actually worked really well for me. Feel free to let us know what worked for you in the comments. Of course, you'll also need paper or something else to print on, but we will get to that later. Okay, step 1. Slice your potato in half. You will want to make sure it's a very straight cut or the print will not show up properly. Next, begin carving your potato. Experiment with different ideas, but keep it simple. Potatoes are kind of fragile, so they might fall apart if you get too detailed. Here you can see I'm carving the design with a knife and pulling away the excess potato with the back of a spoon. Do whatever you are most comfortable with and be careful. If you mess up, don't worry. Just rinse off your broken potato and cook it up. Delicious. Anyways, once you're done carving your potato stamps, it's time to get to printmaking. I'm going to clear off the table because we need something hard to print on. Since I am most familiar with traditional printmaking, I thought I would try a technique like that first. Because I am trying to use household items, I just cut up an empty soda box for the inking surface, and I'm using a can of soda for the brayer. A brayer spreads out the ink, or paint, or condiments, or whatever other medium you decide to use. This hopefully allows the colors to spread evenly over the potato. I'm using construction paper here, but feel free to try out different materials. Normal printer paper works too, or whatever you've got lying around. I actually think cut up brown paper grocery bags provide a nice rustic look for your prints. Try using different amounts of pressure to get the result you want. And remember to experiment. I found out yellow standard mustard worked really well. The chocolate sauce I was using did not work as well because it has an oily thickening agent that bled into the paper as it dried. I think normal chocolate syrup would work pretty well though. Also, when using the chocolate to make your prints, you get to lick your fingers as you go. Another printing technique that I found to work pretty well is by using a paintbrush. If you've got one at home, I would recommend giving it a try. You don't need a brayer that way. Just brush your pigment right onto the potato evenly to make your prints. So that's how to make potato stamps. This was my first try, and I think they turned out pretty alright. With a bit more practice, I'd be comfortable making greeting cards, wrapping paper, posters, and whatever else I could come up with. If you've got some ideas, share them with everyone in the comments below. Thanks from us here at the Newport Beach Public Library, and make sure to check out some of our other videos. Bye!